The Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro. What makes this phone a Pro version? Well, Xiaomi have different cameras, a different screen, different speakers in this, and a different design on the back. Although in general, it does look a lot like the Mi 10. Let's see what Xiaomi are giving us in the Pro version. The Mi 10 Pro comes in this black box as opposed to the Mi 10, which comes in a silver box. Xiaomi keep the high-res audio sticker, but there is no headphone jack in this phone. However, the stereo speakers in this phone apparently have got an upgrade over the normal Mi 10. Another thing upgraded over the normal Mi 10 is the charging speed, at least the wired charging speed. You get 50 watt charging as opposed to the Mi 10's 30 watt. A really good feature, you get the 65 watt charger in the box. Yes, 65 watts. Xiaomi say they're being really kind to us and including a 65 watt charger that we can use with other accessories. The real reason why they're including a 65 watt charging brick in a box with a 50 watt charging phone, we may never get the real answer to. The Mi 10 Pro has a matte finish on the back and I love this look. I've grown to like the shiny finish on the Mi 10, but this matte finish really is great. The design all around is similar, if not exactly the same as the Mi 10, but the hardware is improved according to Xiaomi. So you get more premium speakers with richer sound. You also get a more premium screen. It's still full HD like the Mi 10. It still has a 90 Hz refresh rate like the Mi 10, but according to Xiaomi, the calibration of the screen has taken more work, is slightly more premium, and the colors are more accurate. Xiaomi say this has a JNCD score of less than 0.55. What does that actually mean? Well, JNCD is just noticeable color difference. It's a score to how accurately colors are represented on a screen. They have compared it to both the OnePlus 7 Pro and the iPhone, and they say that their JNCD score is lower than both of those. I will of course be testing this out and comparing it, so subscribe if you want to see some comparison videos and my review. Of course, the way that the phone behaves on a daily basis is going to be very similar, if not exactly the same as the Mi 10. The design is exactly the same, the screen size, the bezel sizes, the cutout selfie camera up at the top left. But when you start getting up into really high class components, you have to spend way more money to get smaller and smaller increases in quality. Overall, I can say the screen is again fantastic. The colors are really great, they're poppy, the screen is bright and good looking, but I can also say that on the Mi 10. The Snapdragon 865 is in both of the phones, and when you're using this daily playing games, you are really going to get a very similar experience. The Mi 10 Pro starts at 8GB of RAM. There's no 6GB version, but I think 8GB is a good and affordable way to start. Xiaomi are putting LPDDR5 RAM into this one, the latest RAM technology, UFS 3.0, Wi-Fi 6, so you're covered on all of those bases. The unlocking technology is no different from the Mi 10. It's an under-screen fingerprint sensor and all the hardware is the same. You can use Face ID if you like, but it is only a 2D scan, so it's certainly not as secure as what you get, for example, with the iPhone or even the Mate 30 Pro. Even though the Mi 10 Pro does have a bigger, more robust camera system with more lenses and more sensors, it doesn't feel any heavier than the Mi 10. I would say the only way you're going to notice the difference between these two is if you look at the back. So we come to the camera, a 108 megapixel main sensor, 20 megapixel ultra wide. That is an upgrade over the Mi 10. You also get a 12 megapixel portrait lens and an 8 megapixel telephoto lens that helps you zoom in even further. Another difference from the Mi 10 is that the camera app lets you go from ultra wide, 1x, 2x and 5x. The Mi 10 doesn't have a 5x option. You can zoom in on that phone, but it's an automatic option in this one. So even though I expect from the main camera sensor and in general the results between the Mi 10 and the Mi 10 Pro should be the same, the Mi 10 Pro gives you a much longer zoom range and therefore more functionality over the Mi 10. Up to 8K video recording on this phone, but no stabilization in that mode. Initial images are really impressive. I'm really liking the photos out of this one, especially the zoom range. Even at long zoom ranges, it's taking some really clear shots. Subscribe if you want to see the camera test. I'm going to put this thing through its paces. I'm actually really excited to see how this thing fares against, for example, the S20 phones, the S20 Ultra, and some Huawei phones who do have long zoom ranges too. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and videos. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.